Oh, hello and good morning. It is day 17, Wednesday, May 17th. It's hump day, and I am getting ready to head to work. It's about 7 a.m. It is already nice and humid and gross, but it's a day. This is what we're going to do, right? So I just fixed myself some breakfast. I'm having 3 eggs fried in butter with salt and pepper. It ended up, I did weigh out my butter, but it was a little less than a tablespoon, and 3 large eggs. So plenty of protein and fat to start my day. And it's funny because I'm currently in a message discussion. It's one-sided because I'm ignoring her with an old high school friend who sells Optavia plans. Because I shared a post to my stories on my personal Instagram and Facebook about Optavia being dangerous and unsustainable and lacking nutrition and predatory. And I think that she feels grossly offended. Which is funny because she and I have discussed keto in the past because she makes a lot of really terrible claims about how low-carb and ketogenic diets are dangerous and unsustainable and they fry your brain and lack nutrition. And I've sent her scientific papers and PubMed articles and randomized clinical trials and things to which she never responded. And I asked her to send me some information about Optavia and why it was healthy, and she ghosted me. But now today, she has a lot to say about Optavia being healthy. But rather than get all my nutrition, allegedly, from a 35-gram packet, I'm eating eggs. Because eggs are better than fake food that's sold to you by coaches and a huge company that just profits off of all of it. So I'm off my soapbox now. All right, time for breakfast. All right, it's time to eat. It's about noon. I have one of my last cranberry lime polar seltzers, and I have my lunch. Oh!
How are you today?
Oh, you know what? They might not hear you because it's in my earpiece. Here.
Like yell in your ear?
No.
Oh.
You can yell on this side and it'll automatic. Yeah.
Wind tunnel. Hello, folks.
All dressed up in a shirt and tie.
I'm always in a shirt and tie.
Well, I know, but they see you when you're on the grill and like hanging out at home in a t-shirt. I offered him lunch and he said no.
I'm good at the moment. I had a pickled sausage in the jar thing. Okay. Enjoy that. It's good stuff. Yeah. What are you eating?
I am eating egg cups. I was about to show the people.
Oh.
These-ums. How impressed are you?
That one.
They're done in the air fryer, so they kind of like balloon funky. He doesn't look convinced.
Smells good. I like it.
It's just eggs with ham and cheese.
All the good things.
All the good things.
Yeah. All right, well, I'm going to leave you to your internet folks.
Okay.
Bye, party people.
Love you. Leaving me to the internet, folks. Anyway, I'm going to eat. I have 6 that I brought with me, but I only warmed up 4. So this is essentially 4 eggs, a couple of slices of ham, and a little bit of cheese. I'm going to insert the macros per muffin over here so y'all can see kind of where I'm looking. I think it's like 1 carb total for having 4. So got that. Got my seltzer, which this is my favorite polar. This and then the lime. And yeah, that's it. And then I'll see y'all later. Okay. Update. The girl from high school sent me a long diatribe about how Optavia is the healthiest diet there is, and how the packets of their fuelings are science-backed and nutritionally sound. Yeah. I'm going to see if I can find like an ingredient panel of one of their essential foods and throw it in here maybe. She told me that she would send me some scientific research to show that it was safer than eating a whole foods ketogenic diet. And I told her not to waste her time because last July we had the same conversation, and I sent her a bunch of scientific papers on why keto is effective at reversing type 2 diabetes and can be healthy long term, and she never opened them. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm still at work. I'm still hungry. I should have eaten all 6 of those damn egg cups, but I didn't. So I'm eating leftover cold chicken. This is chicken breast. It's from yesterday's video that I breaded with pork panko, and I just cut it into little strips. I'm eating it cold. I brought it for Richard, and he didn't eat it. So it's about 4 ounces of chicken. I'm knocking that out before I head home. Okay, so it's rainy and gross. Oh, and you can see my porch is a disaster, but you know, it is what it is. So we're doing taco salad night again, but I found something kind of unique in the store. It was on clearance, and so I decided to pick it up. So typically when I do taco salad, I count out my like 6 or 7 Doritos for 1/2 a serving, and it's like 10 carbs or 12 carbs or something like that for a serving of Doritos, and use that in my taco salad. I work it into my macros, and it's something I've done for a very long time. I found these tortillas today. They're made with almond flour. They still have a couple of ingredients in them that aren't stellar, gum and stuff like that. But having 2 of them is about the same amount of carbs as when I would normally do that small serving of Doritos. But with almond flour instead of doing corn, and also without like maltodextrin and stuff and MSG. So I figured I would give it a go. So I made 2 tacos. Basically each one has like probably about 2 ounces of ground beef on there, and it's the 93%. Lots of sour cream, a little bit of cheese, tomato, lettuce, nothing crazy or special. I will report on the quality of said tortillas. In fact, I'll test one. Yes, meow. Hide under a car. I don't know what to tell you, community cat. Alright. They are super flexible. I warmed them up in a skillet before I filled them. It's raining and people are speeding. Dummies. Okay, texture's like a corn tortilla, and they don't taste like anything. But they seem pretty sturdy. I don't know. For someone that needs something gluten-free, they might be a good little low-carb wrap option. So, anyway. Alright, so to close out, it is actually Thursday morning the 18th, but I have that's a bruise. That's clearly from a dog. Okay, so to close out my video from yesterday, I have my eyeballs on to try and help see. I don't have any makeup on, and I haven't even brushed my hair, so sorry. But to wrap up my opinion on those almond flour tortillas from last night. Personally, no. I woke up this morning and my stomach is like a little bubbly, and not as bad as if I had real sugar or like the low carb tortillas, like the Mission tortillas or anything that have like Vital Wheat gluten, because like wheat just wrecks my stomach. So not like that, but just like a little bubbly and like kind of bloated, feeling a little bit. So I am going to insert the screenshot or the photos that I took of the front of the package and the back of the package so you can see the ingredient label. I will say they did not affect my blood glucose like at all. Nothing changed with my glucose. Like it was a couple, like I think it was like 11 points up after dinner. So that was negligible. So as far as blood glucose management, they did just fine. But I will say, since that's the only new thing that I had, process of elimination is my assumption is that's what made my stomach feel a little funky this morning. So, I think that they are probably a really great low carb option for people who tolerate, almond flour well and some of the other ingredients okay. Great gluten-free option. Might be a good thing for anything that you would use corn tortillas for, but if you have a corn allergy or if you'd want something a little sturdier, because they do seem a little sturdier than corn tortillas. So I took one for the team. They are also quite spendy. It was $6.99 for a pack of those, but they are on clearance at the Teeter. Imagine that. So they were half price. I only paid $3.50 for them, but yeah, it's a hard pass for me. So now I think there are 8 in the package, so I have 6 left. I don't know what we'll do with those. Anyway, I'm hanging out with the dogs. I'm gonna wrap it up. I just wanted to kind of give you a follow-up on those tortillas. They're not my jam. So I won't be having those again. You won't see them again. But I will include the photo of what the package looks like and the ingredient and nutrition label so that y'all can check that out. Again, for someone that's doing low carb, they might be a really great option. But this girl ain't doing it. Also, just to follow up and complete the circle on the Optavia debacle with my old high school friend, she never responded to my last message, and that's that. So that's probably for the best. A lot of you guys don't know. Richard will attest to it, and probably anybody else that I know in real life. Aaron, if you watch this one, I'm sure Aaron will attest to this too. That I tend to be a little argumentative because I don't like to. I like to have the last word, especially when people are being told. I just can't help it. So being argumentative sometimes is like my favorite thing. Richard used to joke all the time that getting in Facebook fights was like my hobby, and it might have been. So anyway, it's a good night. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and start working on the May 18th video, but this is just wrapping up the May 17th one. So I will see, and I'm sorry it's a little late getting it up today. Just hectic life stuff. So I will see you guys in the next one. All right. Thanks for tuning in. See you tomorrow.